It doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
Wow, Leo's crushing.
Gary said.
Yeah, he had those two double ups.
6,000.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He had the
Gary
double up
said it
against
doesn't
Ron,
matter.
and then he had the Queens versus Jacks double up against
Eldar.
Eldar. That was a massive pot. That was almost $10,000 pot.
Brandon gets queens. And limps in. There's been a lot of these today.
Yeah, Eldar's going to raise here to 125.
Think this gets limp raised, or
I don't know. I don't know what hands Brandon will limp raise with as opposed to just call. This is
Josh, you could have opened the floodgates by calling.
this depends on the action. Now the price called.
it's got to be limp raised here.
It didn't make a difference to me. He only got
Yeah,
one
he
more
should
card.
be,
Unless you guys are full.
especially against
It's gonna be
Eldar.
like 500.
And
Only
it's
385.
Not
That's
very
pretty
big.
small.
Yeah, and Harry will fold here, but Eldar's going to call, and Bryce probably will call as well to go three ways.
Bryce is probably going to overcall this deep.
It's on lockdown. So
I mean, yeah, he should be making it probably at 5 something to try to play a bigger pot.
with that.
But 385 is just saying like, hey, let's just play a bigger three-way pot.
Yep.
He's not trying to get anybody to fold. You know, if he makes it 5 something, then he's trying to get heads up or try to take it down.
Well, let's see what
Bryce
happens.
just fires the chips in there.
This could be a big pot. That's Bryce's mannerisms at all games, all stakes.
King 9, Jack. That is the nuts for Eldar.
That's the nuts. But
And Brandon has the blockers to the nuts.
Jack 9-8 would have been a little bit better for
We
action.
have so much history. It's just like,
Yeah,
I feel
exactly.
like if I win this one, I won the war. It's been so long.
So,
Eldar has 1.5 pot-sized bets left. Wow, he just
shoves.
just rips it.
Wow, this might give Brandon a chance to fold here, where if he bet something reasonable like 500, Brandon will call once.
Yeah.
Harry, did you get that 18?
Bro,
Wow.
let just be known, I'm only eating the carrot cake without the frosting.
It's the stack size,
And the
right?
fruit plate and the gummy.
Yeah.
Sometimes stack size is off.
What is that?
Yeah, let's see
I know
what
that.
the amount is, but it's probably pretty close.
The fellow over there? Great. Thank God there's no tab on this fucking food. Evelyn, thank you, Evelyn.
Wow. It's a tough one.
Yeah, looks about right. He's got 15, 16, about 1,700 there.
Goalie out with 2.5 minutes left.
So he's just shoving pot and a half here.
Well, I mean, he just folded trip 8.
There's no flush draw there.
Yeah.
It's like, what is he gonna have?
Here.
Brandon's the one with queens, blockers, so
Come on.
he could just have King Jack, Jack 9.
Yeah, he's gonna see.
Nines.
No, he can't have.
He's eating.
Oh, you're saying Eldar kind of.
Yeah, Eldar.
Yeah,
King
Eldar.
Jack, Jack 9, 9s.
Does he want
Like
a
those are
bag?
the
You guys
hands that
like-
aren't the nuts that he could have.
Yeah, and Brandon
There's just
limp
no
raised,
draw.
so Brandon just smashes this board. The problem is he c-bets it a lot.
Dude, we're
I
gonna
mean,
be
you
here
can only
like
call if
king
you
and
think
nothing.
that your opponent could have a draw, and there's just no flush draw out there. You're blocking any pair and gutter type hands.
Yeah, Jack 10, 10-9 is like what you're hoping for.
But that's just very unlikely
10-8.
that Eldar is going to do something like this.
Yeah.
Brandon might not know that, but
Yeah, he should just fold.
I mean, this is going to save Brandon money, assuming he folds here. You know, if, like I said, if Eldar bet 500 and then jam turn, then Brandon could call once on the turn or call once on the flop and fold the turn.
Like, I ordered, I ordered 2 of them, so.
I like both of them, but I also like the Thai barbecue chicken.
I have never tried that, actually.
I mean, I just think he has to fold. But
So Gobert can't shoot free throws.
it's taking longer with this one than he took with trip 8s on the previous end.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's hard to be under that. Or under Robinson.
I need a minute.
I think Gobert should take most of it.
Time.
I think he's going to fold.
You guys can carry on your conversation. How much is the amount again?
1785.
People level themselves into calling in this spot, for what it's worth, when they feel that they turn their hand face up. Or he limp raise and check this board,
Right.
and in your head you feel like you admitted that you had queens.
I think Eldar is jamming here. Part of it is because he just thinks Brandon has aces, you know, or kings maybe.
Yeah.
And when he, you know, queens is like one of the worst hands that he That like if he's limp raising with only premium hands,
Clear
this
it.
is like one of the
clear
worst hands he has.
fucking Fuck.
Right.
And so if Brandon has aces or kings, then Eldar's just like, let's get it in now. He's not
God,
gonna fold
Of
these hands.
course, that's what Eldar's thinking.
No.
Brandon's just leveling himself, thinking
Oh
that
my
he would have bet all those
God.
hands on the flop like that. He
17-1.
wouldn't have checked ace king 3 ways.
Oh my
Or
God,
aces or
clear it,
kings.
dude. Fuck is going on?
And so
Not
I mean,
how.
aces
He's
or ace
worried
king
that-
isn't the worst to check on
Dude,
this
they
board
can't
in general.
fucking clear it.
it's not, but he might be. I'm just saying, in his head, he
Dude,
might be
I
thinking
know,
that's
dude.
what
1 minute,
it looks
40
like
seconds
to
on
Eldar.
eternity.
Right.
That's where you level yourself
Oh
in these spots.
yeah.
Thinking that Eldar could be trying to get him to fold those hands.
No icing.
Yeah.
No icing. Okay, good.
But he just needs to fold this hand. You're supposed to check sets here occasionally.
Oh yeah, come on.
You're
Open
supposed to
netter.
check top pair, top kicker.
Come on, dude. Oh.
Wow, looks like
the
he's
guy's
really gonna
playing
call
like a
here.
go. How much was the tab?
I call.
Oh my
Wow, he
god.
calls.
One time.
Well, he's drawing pretty dead.
He could get a quarter if a 10 comes.
Backdoor quads, man.
Ooh, he hits a
Backdoor
six.
quads.
No way.
Wow.
They went once.
Wow. Oh, he can't even make backdoor quads.
Oh my god, they went once.
Backdoor quads isn't even live.
Eldar said one time. And he hits a running boat. That is unbelievable. Brandon Cantu makes a bad call
And by the way,
and
Bryce, I always tell you that nobody enjoys it.
hits a set on the turn
You know that, though. I told you that. at
when a
least
queen
for
is already
5
folded,
years.
or a queen is in Eldar's hand, and then a 9 in the river to pair the board, and Brandon Cantu just went running boat, and the chat explodes. This is not real life.
How much do
Wow.
you think I'm up on you in our lifetime? Just me and you, heads up, personal. $250,000 maybe? More?
Who's he talking to, Bryce?
The only person at the table that he could be up $250,000 against lifetime is Bryce.
Damn, look at them boys.
I would think. I can't think of anyone else at the table
No, you
that,
can't even know anybody else at the table.
that he could have been beaten. Because they played big open face back when Cantu played, I presume. Cantu used to play a very large open face, and Bryce did as well.
Wow. Brandon Cantu, I thought for sure he was getting away from that.